So there's some providential overlap between darkness and despair and the hope of the gospel without compromise.
Leo XIII was the big one of the Vision and the St. Michael prayer. Of all the times that the world has needed kind of an exorcism, now is the time. I'm hoping, I'm praying he sees some of that. That might be also some of the flavor of the whole choice of Leo XIV, your thought?
I understand that the anniversary of that apparition was yesterday, May 8th. So that's another providential lineup. Not St. Michael the Archangel feast day. That's September 29th.
I know, of the apparition, which gave him the prayer.
Yeah, the St. Michael prayer. And he sort of...
Describe the apparition for people.
This is something written a lot about in the biographies. Some of the elements that have attached themselves might be apocryphal, but after saying Mass in St. Peter's, the Holy Father, Pope Leo XIII, was given a vision of Satan being granted 100 years of mayhem and adventure. And that would have basically described the 20th century. He'd reign until, I think, in the late, just before St. Pius X. So on the cusp of the beginning of the 20th century, that was his papal reign. And he kind of looked forward in this vision to what was about to come. No one envisioned the bloodshed, the Christian martyrdom, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam. It's the most violent history in the world. In that 100-year slice, that if the vision is correct and as reported, I think it was vindicated. But also in the middle of all that darkness and bloodshed, you had May 13th to October 13th, 1917, with the Blessed Virgin Mary. And her message in Fatima also has a 100-year bookend to it. So there's some providential overlap between darkness and despair and the hope of the gospel without compromise, which is, to me, the heart of the message at Fatima. So there's so much to unpack about just the choice of name.
There is. And since you brought up Fatima, there's something very interesting here. This is a young man for Pope. Popes usually aren't 60. We could have 30 years of Pope Leo XIV. So he's going to make a mark in history, barring something else. He's also going to reign over that 100-year period of Fatima. Many people think that the 100-year timeline for Fatima was in 2017. It's not. It was 2029. In 1917, she appeared to the kids and told them she's going to come back and ask for something. And then she said that in 1929, asked for the consecration of Russia. And that's when the sort of clock begins, if you will. And it runs out in 2029.
5 years out.
Exactly. And so most popes, especially 60-year-olds, last at least 5 years. So that's also an interesting thing. I look forward to the day that he really, really encourages the faithful to pray the 5 first Saturdays from Fatima, but then also makes a consecration of Russia that's just a consecration of Russia. Well, let's see.
A lot of my friends say, you only had one job, consecrate Russia to the Immaculate Heart.
The Lord be with you. I'm Deacon Keith Fournier, and I hope you enjoyed this video from LifeSite News. Check the links in the description for more content like this. You can also connect with LifeSite News on social media and stay up to date with the latest news on life, faith, family, and freedom. Thanks for watching, and may the Lord bless you.